What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to give our predictions on Nio's quarterly earnings that are coming out here in August. We're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about the delivery numbers for the month of July that are supposed to be coming out either this weekend or on Monday, and we're going to break that information down and let you guys know where we think they're going to go and what's in the future for Nio. But first, if you guys aren't subbed to the channel yet, hit that sub button. We're only got like 2 or 3 days left. We're trying to hit 6,000 subs by the end of this month, and we only need like 130 of you, so that's it. That's all we ask. Without further ado, let's give some razzle dazzle and hop into it.
Also, real quick, we also have been getting some questions on how to donate money to us, you know, and really the only way before was to do it during a live stream, but now we added this little thanks button. YouTube now supports that. So underneath the video, I have a little recording next to my face so you can follow along, but just underneath the video, if you scroll over a little bit on your phone, then you'll see the thanks, and then if you want to donate money to us, if that's how you're feeling that day, then you can. We got a couple questions about it, so just want to throw that out there.
Right. No obligation to do that. We're not asking for money, but it's just there for you guys if you want to do that. And if you do, we thank you so much for that support. But first, let's talk about the quarterly 2 earnings. So we got all the numbers for all the vehicles they delivered in the last 3 months. We got that broken down into the prices of how much each car costs. We got that broken down by month and all of that. And we're going to show you guys that Excel sheet here in a second. But if you guys are new to the channel, we talk about Nio all the time on this channel. And so this may be the first time that you're seeing this. That's why we're bringing it back, especially before the announcement that comes out here in August, which they said is what? August 11th, I believe?
So real quick before we get into that spreadsheet, there was reports that it was the 9th, and then also some reports that it was the 10th, but it wasn't official. But now it's official. August 11th is the official date. So none of those previous dates were right, but yeah, right. August 11th after market close. So they're going to obviously hold, you know, their earnings conference call like they usually do. It would be 9 p.m. our time. You know, you can join in live. There'll also be a recorded version on their investor relations website that you can look at. You know, if you can't watch it live.
Right. But yeah, so let's go ahead and break down these numbers and show you guys what we're looking at for their quarterly 2 earnings. So we have this broken down again by month. We got April, May, and June. Got all the deliveries that they put out each and every single month. That is the number right next to the month. And again, June was their highest delivery month year to date and since the start of the company. But we're expecting July numbers that are coming out either Sunday or Monday to completely blow this out of the water.
Yeah, it's going to be even higher.
I really hope so. So looking at these numbers, we can see that we got the ES8, the S6, the ES6, and the EC6. And we got them broken down into the price categories at which these cars retail for. Now, again, this is for the base models. These are not for the higher trim packages or the specific. These are not.
Or if you do battery as a service or any of that stuff.
Right. It's all broken down by model. So looking at it, we can see that the percentages for the numbers of these cars sell each month are pretty accurate. The month of June is a little bit skewed just because of the May was a little bit off with, you know, shortened weeks and holidays and stuff. So June was a little bit more. So that skewed a little bit, but the percentage wise, it's only off by like 2 or 3%. Based on the model, they're still relatively close to what we've been delivering here. You know, the EC6 is at 35, and then you got 34 and 34. The real big change is more of the ES6 and the ES8, changed by a couple percentage points there, but nothing too crazy. But we broke that down into total, how much each of that, the ES8, for example, had 1,400 deliveries in May, and that broke down to about 94 million for that model alone. And then we added all those models up, and that gave us a total for each month, which then we add all of those up, and that gives us our quarterly total. And so for the quarterly total for quarter 2, we're expecting about $1.2 billion in revenue, or just from the car sales alone. Again, this is not including any other thing, any way,
no Nio Life or any of that stuff.
Exactly. This is strictly car sales. So every single time that we've done this, we usually have been under by a couple million. Just a little under.
Yeah. So we're pretty. This usually turns out to be pretty accurate. Just under barely, which I would prefer it that way. So.
Right, exactly. We don't want to overshoot here, but we could compare it to quarter 1, which had 1.13 billion dollars, which is actually just about an 8% increase from quarter 1. So not dramatic, but enough that we're still going up. But then again, this is all chip shortage deal and.
Exactly. Sorry. I was just going to say the same thing. This is the quarter where we were dealing with the most chip shortage issues and everything. So for them to still, have an 8% increase pretty much from Q1, that's fantastic when a lot of companies are really cutting back 20% or so. Right. But also some other numbers to throw at you. Nio delivered 21,896 vehicles in the second quarter, which is an increase of 112% year over year. And that's 5 consecutive quarters of positive growth as well. So that's, fantastic. February it was down, but that's because they have like at least a week shut down because of the Chinese New Year. Plus it's already just a shorter month. So that's why it was down. But also the company delivered 41,956 units in the first half of this year, which is pretty much 96% of last year's full delivery. So already, halfway through this year, we pretty much already have done what Nio delivered of all of last year. So we're gonna double their sales from what they did last year, which is just fantastic as always. It seems like they're always up 100% year over year, month over month. Like anything like that, they're always up 100%. So they're just growing crazy fast.
Exactly. And we can see that this gives us about 140%, 47% year over year increase based on the quarterlies right here. So quarter two, again, $1.22 billion just in vehicle sales. And again, I'm actually really looking forward to see if they include anything with Nio Life in this quarter.
That's Sorry, I'm just interrupting you all the time now. I was just going to say, it would be nice to have a separate line item for that to see how much they're actually making from Nio Life, because in one of our last videos, we were talking about all the way, when they started Nio Life till April, they shipped over 3 million products. So I'm assuming they're making some pretty decent money there. So it'd be nice, if that got its own little line item and we can actually see how much they're actually making from Nio Life itself. Because again, that's just going to be a big way to make money for the company as well.
Right, exactly. And then we know they're expanding, obviously the expansion into Europe. I think that's going to we'll get more numbers on that, I think, as we get into quarter 3, and probably we won't really see numbers, anything there until we hit quarter 4, like you said, for sure. So hopefully big things coming out of Nio this quarter. And I'm excited to see what Monday holds for us. But we're going to bring you guys the numbers that get delivered on Monday, or I guess Sunday or Monday. I believe they usually release the numbers on the 1st of every month, but this happens to be the 1st is going to fall on a Sunday. So we may not have any information until Monday morning. But if they do come out Sunday, I'm really hoping that provides a good lead into the week, because obviously we're ending this week on a good note in the green. So I'm kind of hoping that we, get a good Monday morning green rip based on their deliveries. But delivery wise, we're hoping that they land somewhere in the $9,300 to $9,500 or $9,500 mark, somewhere in that ballpark, because that is just going to mean it's going to be another record breaking month, which is just more good news for Nio. And it's just that much closer until we get to the 10,000 delivery mark, because I know they're itching to get there.
Yeah, I think if they do just pull out a 10,000 this month, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think if they do, it'd just be blast off probably.
The stock would rip. I think the stock would rip. Yeah, no one would be expecting that. So that'd be great things. But we'll bring you guys all of that information as it comes out. And we may end up trying to do a live stream depending on my work schedule, if we can get a live stream out on the day of the earnings. I'll have to look into that and let you guys know if that's going to happen. But if you guys want to stay up to date on all this Nio information, hit that like, share, notification bell, even the sub button. It keeps you guys up to date on all things that's going on with Nio and the stock market and everything else that we talk about on this channel. But that's going to wrap up this video. We can't thank you guys enough for all the support you've guys given us so far. It really does mean a lot to us. And we got links down in the description, one down there for Webull, where you guys get a free stock if you just open up the Webull account. Easy money, just free. But if you guys deposit $5, you guys also get 2 free stocks valued up from $18 all the way up to $2,000. So that's even more free money. Pretty good investment if you ask me, because you don't even have to invest the $5. You just got to put it in the account. But then again, we also got links down there for the Stock Dudes merchandise, where you guys get yourself a cool t-shirt. And we also got a link down there for the Patreon that gets you access to our Discord with our portfolios in it, the Discord portfolio, and all the fantastic community members of there. Shout out to those guys. But again, thank you for all your support. We'll see you guys in the next video.